Hey everybody, it's Engineering and Heels back today with a Socate showdown of sorts. So I've got a few Socates out here on the table for you, and I'm just going to kind of go over what each one is, sizing for them, all that kind of stuff. So for those of you that don't know, Socate is kind of like a signature Louboutin style. It sort of replaced the Pigalle 120. I don't even know if you can get that one anymore. I think you can, but it's a slightly different style. So they came out with the Socate a few years ago, and it's kind of their like their namesake in 120 millimeter heels, I guess. So I've got a few of them here for you that I'm going to show you. This is, and it's probably hard to see this exact color, but this is called Purple Pop. It's a patent leather. It's gorgeous. I had to have it as soon as I saw it. It's a really, really deep purple, and it's like a true purple too. It's not like an eggplant or anything. But it's interesting because it almost looks navy or blue in some lights too. So like when I wear these to work, I always get comments like, I really like your blue shoes, which like cracks me up because this is a kitty, by the way. But anyway, it cracks me up because they are purple, but you can't really tell that unless you've got the right lighting. So anyway, I love these. They come in. And we're back. Sorry, you got a Jameson intrusion there. If he hears me talking, a lot of times he thinks I'm talking to him, so he needs to come up and investigate. So anyway, back to the review. Anyway, I love this color. Now let's go over some sizing. You've probably heard me talk about this before. If you pay attention to my Instagram, I've told people this before, but sizing your Socates can be kind of tricky, and it's going to depend on the kind of foot that you have. I have like a fairly normal width foot, but I would say maybe it's trending toward a little bit like narrow to medium size. So I actually take these in a true to size. If you have a wider foot at all, like even if you're a little bit of a wider foot or you've got wider toes, you're going to want to size up in these. So for instance, I take a 39 as my true to size. I get all of my Socates in a 39. I will say that I have tried them on in a 39.5, and that also fits, and it's definitely more comfortable out of the box, but I will caution you that they do stretch. I would say that the patent leather probably stretches half a size, maybe not even that much, quarter of a size. When you've got a Socate and calf like this black one, you are going to see a little bit more stretching. So I would definitely caution you, even if it feels tight out of the box, persevere, wear those out all the time so that you can get them stretched, or use a bunch of stretching techniques. There's tons of those all over the place. So yeah, the calf's going to stretch more than the patent, so that's just something to keep in mind. But I do just want to like sing the praises of this calf leather. It is gorgeous. I love Louboutin's leathers, but this calf is just something really special. I think it's the right amount of sheen. It's not completely matte, but it's just this luxurious, really nice leather. And it's held up super well too, like surprisingly, because a lot of times I have problems with these heels. They're so skinny that a lot of times they slip in between bricks or cracks in the street and like pop the toe caps off. I've actually did that on this other one, so you can kind of see that as well. So that's kind of something to watch out for. The narrowness of the heel does make them a little bit more challenging to walk in, just because you do get a little bit more kind of rocking back side to side in them. The other thing to point out about the actual heel is that the cap is tiny. So at my cobbler, he doesn't even really have a heel cap this tiny. So he does put a slightly bigger one on, which kind of ruins the aesthetic of the shoe, but it also lasts longer. So it's kind of there's pros and cons to that too. This is my newest Socate edition. It's in a light pink called Eglantine. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've been waiting for a light pink Socate that wasn't suede for years, so I was super thrilled when these came out. So just wanted to show this off as well. You can see kind of the different levels of wear that I have here. This is ready to go to get resold. You can see that it has been worn all the way to the tip, and I can guarantee you that my cobbler is going to yell at me because sometimes it's harder to fix this when you kind of can see that it's come up on the tip of the shoe a little bit. These are newer, so they haven't been as broken in, and they haven't worn all the way down yet. So I will keep the red on these for a little bit longer. And then the Purple Pop I just got back from getting resold not that long ago. These were interesting because I actually did an experiment with these, and I put on a clear sole protector from Covered Sole first, and wore that actually all the way through. I wore it so much that it was wearing through the red underneath too. So went ahead and put our typical like Vibram sole on here. So that's kind of just a little bit of overview of the wear on these. I will say breaking in, I do wear socates to work sometimes, and to get them completely ready to wear to work takes a couple of months of wearing them on and off around the house and on shorter excursions, because this toe box is super narrow. So like I said, if you have a wider foot, you may want to size up a little bit. But it just takes a while for that leather, especially the patent leather, to kind of conform to your foot and stretch out a little bit. It's probably like impossible to tell here, but you can see it on my more broken in ones that the toe box is actually expanded a little bit. So it's just kind of an interesting thing that happens, but that's kind of when you know like that it wears better and it feels better. So with my socates that are completely broken in, I don't have any trouble wearing them a whole day of work. But if I have not broken them in all the way, my foot kind of starts to go numb after a few hours. So just something to keep in mind. I think that's probably about it for these. I just wanted to kind of show off, you know, multiple socates so that you could see. I have several in my collection. I will continue to be collecting them as new colors and stuff come out. I don't have any in suede because I really, really dislike suede as a material. I don't want to take care of it. I would much rather have something like patent that you can easily wipe off, or like a calf like this that you can kind of condition. So hopefully that was helpful for you. Want to end my video like I always do by thanking my awesome patrons over on Patreon. You guys are awesome. I hope you like this video. Thank you for supporting me financially and with great ideas. And if you haven't checked me out over there, please do so. And if you haven't checked me out on Instagram, I'm at Engineering in Heels. Thanks.